Because who doesn't love a good old-fashioned thrift store haul? Hey, welcome to my channel. Today I have a very laid-back video. The first part of today I spent door dashing. I'm currently filming the I tried door dashing for a week and this is how much money I made video. As you can tell by this shirt, I wore this in that video. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go watch. I'll list it above as well as down below. It's pretty interesting and it's surprising how much money I actually did make. But in between door dashing today, I stopped at a local thrift store. For some reason, I have had such an urge to go there, and I feel like whenever I have an urge to go to this thrift store, it means that a next part of my home or a part of me is there and waiting for me to find it and bring it back to my place. I know that sounds so strange, but have you ever like had an urge to go somewhere, maybe like a bookstore or a thrift shop, and it had exactly what you needed? Because that happened today. Also, I did kind of want to mention a backstory. I used to post thrifting hauls over on my vlog channel. If you're subscribed to that, you're awesome. If you're not, it'll be listed down below. As always, go check out my second channel just because I thought these were a little bit more laid back and not like main channel videos. It's also weird for me to be posting thrifting hauls because it's become such a trend these last few years to go thrifting, and honestly I've been doing it like my entire life, except I always felt a little bit shamed about it. Growing up, it was never something cool to be like, oh, I got this used or I got this at a thrift store. I remember in second grade I had these cute shoes. I love them so much, like cute little Converse shoes, and I wore them to school, and a girl asked me where I got them and I told her I got it at a yard sale, and she said, ew, so someone else wore those? And it doesn't seem like a big deal, but ever since she said that, there is a level of shame I feel like brought upon like secondhand items and thrifted stuff, which there shouldn't be. And I'm actually really happy that thrifting hauls and thrift stores have become so trendy and cool to do on the internet, because it's something I've been doing my whole life and now I can embrace it and not be embarrassed by it. So because of all of that, let's embrace what I got today at the thrift store. I did not go to Goodwill. I'm not going to say the name of this thrift store because it's very local to my area, but I went to the local thrift store that I've been going to my whole life, and boy did she come through. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, as well as subscribe. We really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you every time I upload a new video, and I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to be following me on that as well. I think I would describe my style as like vintage with a bit of modern. That definitely encapsulates exactly everything that I purchased today. So let's get this haul started. Starting with what you can probably see over here. Also, it's the first item that I saw when I went into the store. We have this super cute succulent with a pink background picture frame. I remember seeing this at Target. It came with another photo and I was eyeing it for months, but it was like 40 bucks there, so I never pulled the trigger. I got this baby for $8. It's kind of a lot, but I figured like you could never not find this for $8, and I know exactly where I'm going to put it. It's so cute. I have a ton of wrapped glassware next on top. This huge box that they packed all my things in, and then I have another big bag of things over here. Starting with the wrapped glassware on top of the box. Oh, I'm so excited. I got a ton of good things. Oh my god, I'm so glad this one's on top. First, I found this adorable yellow pan in the kitchenware. This baby was only $2.50, and look at how beautiful it is. It has little like vines carved along the side. It's oven safe, microwavable safe, and dishwasher safe. I can already picture myself making so many like fun holiday dishes. Like if it's ever my responsibility to bring like a dish for Thanksgiving and whatnot, I could totally see myself making like stuffing or something and putting it in here and bringing it to a family dinner. Like it's so cute, and it's something I can put on display as well, which I think are the best items to have in your kitchen, are like practical items you'll use that you can also display because they're cute and it's my favorite color. So this was such a steal. $2.50, like are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, what a blessing. Next, I found these adorable little blue floral plates. They are so precious. Look at that pattern on them. I got them for $1 each, so for two of these it was only $2, and they're so precious and cute. I can see myself like using these, but also again putting them on display. They're just adorable little finds. So far my total is what, $4.50 right now, and I already have those 3 items. That's why I love thrifting. Next, on the glassware, I got 2 more things. I think these will be more used for decor. I just got these 2 little like light pink bowls. I think they're super cute. It clearly matches my couch, and these are things I think I would put like in my living room somewhere and fill it with seasonal candy. I'm basically like an 80-year-old grandma. I have little bowls of candy around my apartment as if I'm gonna have grandchildren coming on over and eating them. I don't know why I do it, but it makes me happy. So I have these cute little bowls that I can place. Maybe I'll put one like in my office and one here, but yeah, super cute. These were again 99 cents each, so $2 more. We are at what, $6 so far, and I've already showed you so many cute things. The next fragile glassware that I found is just this super simple little glass bowl. It was only 39 cents, Like, what was the risk? I always imagine like these elegant dinner parties that I'll host someday where I can like put something in here to serve, like olives or nuts or whatever, and like the chances of that happening are so slim. But for 40 cents, I took a risk and I bought it. It's super, super cute. And then next, I found some items that ooh, that could have been bad. Next, I found two things that I typically purchase at Target for a lot more, and I just literally like 2 weeks ago, I bought this item at Target for probably a few bucks, so I'm really happy that I found more of them at the thrift store. I just got 2 mason jars. I've been using these a ton in my kitchen. I'm going to be uploading an apartment tour soon. I know, finally, it's happening. I promise, so subscribe. I have had a ton of fun with one of my shelves in my kitchen, lining with like different mason jars and filling it with things that I use occasionally, like oats and pasta and all that stuff. So I really did need these, and they were both 90 cents at the thrift stores. I'll stick them in the dishwasher. They'll be as good as new, and I'm really happy because these have purpose in my apartment and I found them for so cheap. The next 2 glassware items that I purchased mean a lot to me because they remind me of my grandma, and whenever I find things that remind me of either my childhood or my grandmother at thrift stores, I have to buy them. So the first item is this cute little pot. It actually says garlic, so those little air holes make sense. Growing up, my mom always had a huge thing of garlic that she would just keep in the kitchen. Now, if I ever become my mother and start cooking and have a huge thing of garlic in my kitchen as well, I can put it in here and you'll still be able to smell it, but it'll just be like kept a little more secluded. I already know exactly where I'm going to put this. It reminds me of my grandmother because she used to have a ton of pots kind of with this style. This thing was only 99 cents as well, so it was like $1. Love it. Super, super cute. And the next item warms my heart too because it's actually the exact same thing that my grandmother had when I was growing up. It's something that I used almost every single weekend at her place. I've actually been looking for this. Again, like, this is why I believe that when something is waiting for you at the thrift store, like, you get that feeling to go, because I've been searching for this for years. And it's this huge popcorn bowl. I used to sleep over at my grandma's house every single weekend. We'd make popcorn and we'd put it in this popcorn bowl. What's even better than finding the same bowl that I used growing up is that it's a set. So it comes with 2 small popcorn bowls as well. I have never been so happy. I feel so thankful that I have finally found this. Not only that, but this thing was only $4 for all 3 of these. Like, are you kidding me? Dream come true. I am so grateful. Like, my grandma's with me. Along with the big photo that I showed you in the beginning, I also found this little artwork. It's just a cute little sunset, and then it says in the handwriting above as well as down below, if I'm not happy in this time, in this place, I'm not paying attention. Just as a little reminder to really like be grateful for everything around you that you have and where you are in life, and to be happy for it. That it was super, super sweet, and it was only 99 cents. So I couldn't resist. Oh, I'm also such a sucker for stuff like this, but I found some more pressed flowers. I really, really love doing this. This was only 99 cents. I have a few others like this in my apartment. I also have some that I've made myself, but there's just something so fragile and beautiful about pressed flowers like this, just preserved forever. It really makes me happy, so I'm glad that I found this. Oh, the next item is kind of funny, but I found this mini donut maker and I thought it was so cute. I'm really surprised I purchased it, but first of all, it is my favorite color. It's yellow. And second of all, it has the nickname that Tyler calls me, and that's the first thing I noticed, is that it said baby cakes. I sent him a picture of it and I was like, look! And then I started looking at it more, and it's just like a really, really cute mini donut set for $4. So I decided to purchase it. Now we can make mini donuts, and it's so cute. I kind of validated the purchase by thinking like, okay, this is something that I don't have yet and I may need. I want to have like a really wholesome, like motherly kitchen, if that makes any sense, where I have a ton of baked goods and like things like this, the potential, I guess, for baked goods. So I want to have all the tools necessary in case I decide to become wifey material. Going off of the kitchen, I have Tequila Mockingbird. I've seen this book around Target. It says cocktails with a literary twist. So every single cocktail in here is named after a classic book. So like Fahrenheit 151, Rye and Prejudice, Love in the Time of Kahlua, Brave New World. And if you look at the Brave New Squirrel drink, it's like a ton of pills, just like in Brave New World with Soma. So as a literary geek and English major and published writer that I am, this is so up my alley. So I'm super happy with it. Paradise Sauced. Oh my god, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Alice's Adventures in Wonder Bread, my favorite book. This baby was only 99 cents, and I think the original was like $20 or something at Target. I'm so happy that I have this now. I told my boyfriend that we're going to have a mini donut cocktail game night soon because I'm just so inspired to do cute things and make all these drinks. Such a good find. Going off of the books that I've purchased, I also found this old book called The Arrow for $2. I love old books. I have a whole shelf on one of my bookshelves with old vintage books that I own, but the inside is super sweet. It's yellow and it has someone's name and year in it. You read that right. It's 1965. So I just love finding treasures like this. And then I checked the publication date of this as well, and this was published in 1927. In a few more years, it'll be 100 years old, and I'm definitely someone that values books, especially ones that are in such great condition for how old they are. This baby is like in the 90s, and look at how beautiful it is. I'm really excited to read it and add it to my collection of vintage books on my bookshelf. This again was $2, but such a good find. Real quick, the other books that I got is A Tale of Two Cities. I actually own this book and I read it in high school, like for pleasure. But what I like about this copy is this copy helps you read it. It guides you, so it asks you questions. I feel like this would be the Half-Blood Prince's Potions book for my Harry Potter fans out there. It even defines some of the old, like, you know, English words down below, and then asks you, like, where is the group headed? How does Mrs. Cruncher feel about her husband's business? So it does really prompt you as you read it. I really, really like that, and I feel like I'm going to reread it and understand it in a whole different way than before. I know I'm such a literary geek, but this makes me super, super happy. This book was $3, and it's a classic. I, again, have shelves and shelves of classic literature, and some I do have like 3 or 4 different versions or copies of it, but I'm really happy to add this book to the bunch. Not so classic literature-esque, we have Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. It was $3 and it looks pretty cute. I actually bought it because the description says, "This is the box. Inside is everything. 2 bottles, a movie ticket from Greta in the Wild, a note from you, a box of matches," and it lists on and on and on. But I read that and oh, I have boxes just like this, you know, like the boyfriend box. So I think it's going to be a really good read. Hold up, I have to interject. I am going through this book a little bit more before I put it away in my room, and holy crap, how did I not even realize this? This is by Daniel Handler. That is Lemony Snicket's real name. A Series of Unfortunate Events was my favorite series growing up. In fact, I even met Lemony Snicket when he came to the Mall of America. He signed some of my Series of Unfortunate Events books, which I actually have on that bookshelf right there. No wonder I felt so drawn to this book, and no wonder I thought I could relate to it. I was reading the little autobiography. This is great filming. I was reading the autobiography in the back and reading some of his other works that Daniel Handler has published, and as soon as it said that he has written so many children's books under the name Lemony Snicket, including the Series of Unfortunate Events, I almost just had a heart attack. I've met this author. He's amazing. He's so great. And I even did a project on him in college because I took a children's lit course. Oh my god, I love it so much more already. This is unreal. One more thing, I was sifting through the book and I came across this page with a pressed flower in it. I am such a sucker for things like this. Like, this is precious. My journal has so many of these. Oh my god, I love it. The little things like that really just mean the world to me. This book is very, very valuable to me. And it won the award for excellent in young adult. Oh great, it's a young adult book. Actually, why am I like, oh no, it's young adult? Because the next book that I bought was Stuart Little. I'm a sucker for classics, and this was a classic children's novel to me. Also, E.B. White wrote it, and I have Charlotte's Web. This might sound weird. Unless you're like me, then you might really love this idea. Let me know down below. But I save all of my favorite books as a child, and if I see a copy of a book that I loved and valued, like Stuart Little, I purchase it, and I have some shelves dedicated just to children's literature, because someday I want to have a library in my house, basically just like a den or an office that's just walled with books, and I want a portion of it to be filled with children's literature so that my kids can just venture on in there if they're ever bored, and if they value books like their mother, and pick up a kid's book that they might not have heard of or known and start reading it. So I keep all of my favorite kids books that I had growing up, hoping that someday a child will find them and really love them and I can read them to my kids. Oh, I have one more book, and I'm really happy with this one again because I think it's a classic vintage treasure. I just got jokes, riddles, and funny stories. I just really love when books look like they've been loved, and this book definitely looks like it's been loved. In fact, it has little David's name in here. That's so cute. I love when kids sign their books. I just love the quality of it. Obviously, it's an older book, and I really do value that. This baby was published in 1959. I mean, the stories, riddles, and jokes in here are timeless, and I just think it's gonna be like a really fun book to read to my kids someday. And yeah, I'm that 24-year-old person that buys things for her unborn children. But I also want to add this to my children's bookshelf as well, and I think it's very, very precious. Now, do I put this on my vintage bookshelf or my children's bookshelf? Or do I create a new bookshelf just for old, vintage, classic children's novels? Whew. My library is going to be thorough. On the kick of purchasing kids things, I bought some games because I really do want my apartment to have such a homey feeling. I'm working on my game shelf. Whenever I go to breweries, I love choosing out a game. I think it's super, super fun. If I ever have friends over and we have like a girls' night, I want to have a ton of games to choose from. It's slowly but surely building, and that's because every time I go to a thrift store, I look for games in really good condition that I don't own yet, such as this old classic Yahtzee. It has all of the pieces. It even has unused scoreboards, which is great, and this was only $2.49, so I can't wait to add this to my collection of games. Don't laugh at this one, but I also bought Twister because look, it's like a beautiful vintage version of Twister. This was $2.99. What I found interesting about this like retro vintage version of Twister is that there are no kids playing. It's just adults. Even on the back, on the wheel, it's 2 adults playing Twister. Really changes the origin of the game when you think about it, but I'm excited to play that with another adult. The last game that I bought is a classic that I feel like every household needs. I definitely had one of these growing up, and now I'm excited to have another one for my future family slash for me. It's just one of these classic boxes that has chess, checkers, Chinese checkers. It has a ton of different game options in there. This box full of like 4 or 5 games or however was $3. $3, and I have all these classic games. I'm really excited to play these as well, and that's why I was telling Tyler, like, we have to have a mini donut baking literature cocktail classic game night soon because I'm ready to have some fun. Last 2 things that I purchased are clothing items. The first thing that I got is just this really, really basic but really good condition white cover sweater. It's from the Gap, and I got it for $5, and it's perfect for the fall season right now, so I know it'll get some good use. I always question the price of clothing items by like how much I'd wear it, so the sweater was $5. Will I wear it 5 times? Absolutely. So that's why I bought it. And the last clothing item that I purchased is just this striped long sleeve tight shirt. It's from Forever 21 originally, and I bought it for $5. Again, will I wear it 5 times? Of course. I already wore it once in the dressing room, and it fits my body type really well. Again, I think it's gonna be super cute with like light denim. That's everything that I got today. Comment down below what you think the total was. I definitely told you the price for every single item, so I guess if you added that up yourself, you could easily figure it out, but everything was so cheap. I'm really happy with everything that I got. I'm super excited to put it in its new home. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like these laid back haul videos, and maybe I'll do some more of them because I thrift a lot, but I don't always show you what I got. I was just way too excited with what I found today. I found so many treasures, so many things that felt like home, things that I truly feel like belong here. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys real soon with my next video. It might be my apartment tour. You don't want to miss it. Turn on the notification bell. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye!